Like, you can't buy that. You can't like buy creativity, or you can't study creativity. You're just creative or you're not. Some of you guys might be wondering, how much does social media like management pay? And I think I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to go too over the top today. Hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a hybrid video. You may be wondering, Tara, why do you have no makeup on? Don't you have respect for your viewers' time? They want to see something aesthetically pleasing? Yes, I do. I'm going to be doing my, well, kind of like a casual, as you can see, I'm filming on my vlog camera. Super casual, get ready with me, because I wanted to share some of the products I've been using on my face, lots of new ones, and a couple of ones I want to try for the first time on camera that I've been like literally been sitting around for like 2 months because I wanted to try them on camera. But yeah, makeup videos don't do amazing on my channel, but there's still such a big chunk of you that are interested in what I use. So to please the masses, I'm going to be doing my makeup very casually while talking about social media and the industry and the different jobs that are kind of within it, because I've kind of been dipping in and out of it for the last couple of years, not just for myself but for other brands as well. I got a really great DM from a very loyal subscriber who always comments on my videos. I got you, loyalies. Yeah, I'll always make time for those people. I take their questions very seriously and I always try and get back to them. So they were asking about what kind of jobs that you can get in social media and what the industry is like. You guys know I'm all about that inner glow. I haven't highlighted my face in like over a year, so I really like my skin products to give me that like extra glow. This is the Burberry shade number 1 Fresh Glow Luminous Fluid Base. So it's just an illuminating primer. I don't use it all the time. I kind of just, if I'm feeling a bit dull, I'll pop it on, or if it's like a special occasion. It's just like cheap and cheerful, but it's so good. The number 7 Stay Perfect Super Light Foundation. Still haven't found a foundation that's beaten this for me in terms of like shade and the coverage I like. It's perfectly neutral. I find it super difficult with brands like NARS and blah 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 to get a neutral shade. Even though some of them are marked as neutral and marketed as neutral, to me they're not true neutrals, and that's my skin tone. I am not really yellow, I'm not really pink. Won't bang on about it too much, but it's just kind of like, for me, I don't use any other foundation because I don't really need full coverage foundation, and I haven't felt like this foundation was inadequate. It's just perfect for every day and I can build it up for nighttime. Just giving you guys an up close. Social media as a job. Here's the thing. It's so broad. Like, there is so many different areas that you can go into, and I think it's one of those really versatile job industries, and you don't necessarily need to study social media to be in the space whatsoever. Like, you don't even need to do marketing to be in the space. The fun thing about it is that like it's one of those industries where even just experience and a passion for it can get you super far. I'll get into the different options, but for now I'm going to pop on this Dior Skin Forever Undercover Concealer. Now, I don't know what it is. I feel like Dior has really, their marketing has been hitting me. One of the products that like Bella Hadid is like the face for, and it got me. She sold me 0-20 or 0 or 2. Well, I was in Brown Thomas at Home, which is sort of like our high-end department store in Ireland. You know, I'm always looking for the next best thing to cover my dark circles. So I thought I'd give this a go, and this is literally the first time I'm putting it on my face. It looks like it has a bit of a peachy undertone, which will be good, hopefully, for my dark circles, and I'm hoping it sits as nicely as it did on the back of my hand. So the fun thing about social media in New York is that the teams are generally a lot bigger. So you could be the photographer, the person that literally creates the content, and that's what I've done in the past. Like, I've been kind of like the go-to gal for some of my clients for quick turnaround pictures and styling and all of that kind of stuff. So I would basically shoot the content, and I would be working with social media manager that had a vision. That's another role. You could be the social media manager, but you're actually like the producer of the content. So you're the one with the budget, you're the one managing people like me, the photographer, and you're coordinating everyone to get the content done if you don't have the resources or the skill to do it yourself. Even if you are creative but you don't necessarily have the skill, you can still do it that way. You can just hire someone to realize your vision. Shit, this dries down really fast. I need to get it like blended or else wet my beauty blender again. There's also copywriters who are people, you know, when you see big brands post on Instagram the caption, there's a whole job just for people that write the caption, and these are usually people that are good with coming up with like puns and like snazzy, grabbing captions that make you actually want to read on and find more about the product. It's definitely a skill. It's definitely not one of my skills. I've never been good at captions. In my under eyes, I did notice it dried down pretty quickly, quicker than the NARS, so you need to work with it quick, and I feel like the damp beauty blender definitely helps. I do still have a little bit of chemical burn my eyelids, so yeah, the chemical burn though, honestly, I got it from Garnier micellar water in New York, which honestly, Garnier is one of my favorite. It's always been my go-to drugstore skincare brand, but I am staying away from drugstore US products because they put so much crap and chemicals into their products that are banned in Europe. I have the most sturdy skin and I've never had a reaction to anything in my life, and it's been almost a month and I still have chemical burn here and on my eyes as well. I prepped with the Glossier Primer Riche, like the thicker moisturizing cream, and it has been making my makeup sit on my face pretty nicely despite the chemical burn. I'm gonna pop on a little bit of bronzer for color, nothing new here. This is the Ciate Palm Island bronzer. Kind of lay the base so that my contour can kind of sit there. It's kind of a funny mark there, I don't know what that is. It looks like a freckle, but I think it's a blemish. If you're like good with numbers or you're good at tracking, you know, you could also be like an analyst or somebody that deals with numbers and figures and SEO and results from campaigns and tracking all of this online data to bring to your client. You're basically showing them the results from your social media campaigns, and you're putting it in a very digestible way for normal people and your like bosses and your superiors. I think in social media there's just such a wide breadth of jobs available for people with different skill sets. Crisis management, for example. My neighbor is like, basically, I think he created a company that handles social media crises, so like pure crisis, if something's gone wrong, they get real-time info on what everyone's saying about it in the internet. Their solid favorite, Kevin O'Quan's sculpting powder in medium for my contour. I know a lot of people go into specific social media courses and learned it in a more academic way, but I feel like a lot of those people, they come out and like they don't even know how to post a good Instagram. It's just a knack for creating engaging content, and you've built up your own profile and you've used yourself as an experiment. I think sometimes that's enough to get a good job in social media, because you can study it all you want, but if you don't have like a natural talent for it, then like you can't buy that. You can't like buy creativity, or you can't study creativity. You're just creative or you're not. So yeah, I definitely would say that yes, marketing and studying marketing is super important, and I would definitely do that over doing any like social media specific related course. I remember when I worked at Amazon, oh my god, there was an assistant for an assistant for an assistant. There was just so many people. There's definitely times when I miss that sort of team effort. Like working for yourself, you're obviously doing a lot by yourself and you don't get to see people every day and work on a project like collectively and celebrate it when it, you know, goes right, which is something that I definitely miss. I fecked off, had a bowl of cereal, brushed my teeth and formatted my memory card. So very professional over here. But yeah, I've put my lips on. It's just the number 7 nude lip pencil. That's, I know I'm not going to bore you with that, that's been a favorite of mine for a long time, but Hourglass actually sent me over this and I really love it, and I think it's completely changed how my brows have looked for the past more than a month. I think you guys have probably noticed my brows have been like extra full and extra big, but I feel like they're not blocky looking, and I feel like it's all down to this. I just love the finish of it. I think it just gives the most big feathered looking brows ever. Just smooth product, like it glides on very softly. Oh, New York sirens, do they ever stop? But yeah, a lot of you guys ask me as well, like how do you get into the industry? Like how do you get into a social media job and how do you get into good companies. And honestly, you just have to be like smart about it. Some people are lucky and they walk into things. I'm not a lucky person. I've always had to work really hard for every job opportunity I've ever had. I've always interviewed. I've never had connections, so to speak. And I always say, like, experience is your best way in the door. So if you're in college or you're at school and you're interested in any sort of industry, like, go and get some experience. Like, give a week of your, I've done week internships, I've done month-long internships, I've done 8-month-long internships. You do one internship every single summer. You could walk into a job after graduating because you've built up so much experience, you've learned a lot from these different brands. I need to do like an internships video and like what my best ones were and what my worst ones were. Let me know, like this video maybe, and let me know in the comments, and I'll get that done for you guys if you want to hear more. I could have done them bigger, but I'm going to fluff them up with some brow gel. I like the Hourglass one. It does give them a very soft, fluffy finish, but I have very, very strong brow hairs, thick brow hairs, and I'm a crispy lover. I like my brows to be super held in place and super crispy. They never want to stay up. Does anyone like, I know this sounds really weird, but does anyone like sit on their mascara and try to like heat up stiff mascara? While I wait for that to happen, I'm going to do my lips. So another favorite product of mine that I've been loving, it's like a nude, but it's like different. It looks different to what every other nude that I have. It's the Burberry lip contour. It's called the Prime Contour and Sculpt Stick, and it gives me like this kind of 90s peachy lip, which I never thought would suit me, but I like it. I don't even know if this is how you're supposed to use it. What the hell, I'm going to top it off with the Revlon Kiss Plumping Lip Cream, another super velvety product. It leaves your lips feeling really soft after you use it. I think there is some kind of ingredient that it's supposed to help with like plumpness and softness in there. A creamy lip gloss with colour in it, but it goes really nicely with this lipstick. Okay, so mascara, it's discontinued, but it's the perfect mascara, defining volume. You guys know my love affair with this mascara. Oh, there's just nothing better for curled lashes in my opinion, and I don't know why they discontinued it, so I stocked up. So some of you guys might be wondering, how much does social media like management pay, and like if you were to work for a brand, what is like the wage and the salary? Now I don't know what it's like in Ireland. Obviously social media is still like a relatively new industry there compared to how developed it is here, but here if you're starting out you can probably expect like a $40,000 to $50,000 salary per year, and then you know, you might get lucky, you know, you might fake it to make it and like get in with a good company that's willing to give you a lot of responsibility, and in that case you're looking at anywhere up to around 70,000 per year. I don't know how much of that is taxed or anything like that, but I do know that is not unheard of. Okay, last product of the day, my Tom Ford liner, which you guys know, it's one of my top products. I'm using the slightly bigger end because it's still pretty fine. I could never do the tiny barely there flick. The flick that literally looks like an extra eyelash and just brings a little bit of definition to your outer eye. But I found it really, so like since I've had this Tom Ford product, I find that's the only way that I can do it really nicely. So what I do is I like to put on my mascara first so I can see where my lashes are sitting. Like straight but with a little bit of a curve, if that makes any sense. So it's kind of like an extended eyelash. And then I like to thicken it up to make it a bit more like a cat eye, and I don't go that far in. I literally take it into about there and I leave it at that, and I think I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to go too over the top today, but that's sort of like my go-to not too fussy makeup face. I just want to look nice and not like too overdone. This is what I go for, just fresh dewy skin, and emphasizing like my natural eye shape and what I already have, like nothing too hectic. And honestly, like I've been noticing in videos, it's actually what suits me the best, I feel like, as opposed to like a super heavy eye and like fake eyelashes. And if you want more of these chill, casual, sit down chats, do let me know in the comments. If you hate it, I won't do it. Catch you guys in the next one.